Let's see here. I have a fun little way to start the show. So, boom. Painting Alten Ashley, man.
Yeah.
The one fucking Merc trolls can take.
Dude, bro. Seriously? I just said we're going live. I don't think it's gonna pick it up, but come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh, nope, there it is. There it is. Seriously? I just said we're going live. I can't go to commercial.
It did.
You're
no, it
such
did
an idiot. Oh, did it? Okay, so maybe most of... Well, anyone without ad block.
Hang on. Nobody heard it.
I don't know. No one's commented yet.
Everybody gets one.
No. Mother of God, Steven.
Oh, I need to get rid of this.
I can't even with you sometimes.
Oh, God. Oh, I need to mute this. Holy
yeah, you need to mute that.
Stop it. Mute. There we go. I'm back to QQ Maximus, by the way.
You're QQ bailing us still.
No, I'm QQ Maximus. I missed that name.
QQ Bailamus. What up, Izza? How's it going?
What up, Izza? Fanboy stuff tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
What's that?
I got some GW fanboy stuff.
Oh. I played like the first game of 40K I've played in a long time yesterday. With my Blood Angels. Because I finally got the new books, so I broke them out. Man. My beard looks like immaculate on camera right now. I don't understand. It shouldn't look that way. Only it's supposed to look creepy and gross.
It does look pretty creepy.
No way, dude. This is putting Dave's beard to shame right now. Yep.
No, it's not, dude. It looks.
Yeah,
really
no, it is. It is.
And you're gonna shave it off for my wedding, right?
I don't know.
You're gonna shave it off, right?
I'm not in your wedding party. I don't have to listen to anything you say.
Right, bro? Right, bro? Right? No, you always look better clean cut.
Do
What's
I
up,
know?
Who's Trondy?
I have no idea. Welcome, Trondy.
What's up, Trondy?
Steven is without camera today because he's stupid. Apparently he's ordering a new one.
Look, I will right now go try to plug it in for you losers. Right now.
Whoa. After you call us all losers? I don't think so. I don't want your pity. I don't want his pity. You guys shouldn't want his pity, too, either. Whoa. Okay. Guess we're not doing that. So, today... Well, I guess we'll talk about what we're doing today in like a minute or two, once we're actually at time here. Let's see. Let's double Chizek over here. Yeah, it shows us on air on the MWG site. That's good. That's an improvement from last week.
It did not work.
I saw something happened.
Trondy.
So
Trondy, what game system do you play, man? Armies are you rocking? All kinds of fun stuff.
See, it changed just the Skype logo for a second. I noticed that. Alright, let me close out some of these extraneous tabs and whatnot. You know. Yeah. Yeah, sweet.
I play 40K with my orcs. Awesome, man.
Orc
awesome.
player. Good.
I agree. I allow it.
So, a little bolt action.
John, remember, exactly whatever we say on the stream is like Lord and God, alright?
Is it though?
It is.
Hello, Plasma Painter.
Hey, Plasma Painter. What's going on, man? We got some fans tonight.
We got, yeah, they're actually showing up because we're on the mini wargaming site tonight instead of it not liking us this time around.
For a little fun way to start the show, I think we're going to start the show every time this way, alright?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Alright, we're going to do Steven's Quiz Corner.
Oh, God. This sounds awful, but I guess...
We'll win prizes, like CSGO skins from Steven.
Okay.
Cases,
okay.
If he gets the answer correct.
Okay.
Alright?
Okay.
Today's question, John.
Okay.
I'll give you two questions today.
Do I have to get both of them right, or just like
No,
one or the other?
It's per question.
Okay, all right.
What was the white dwarf originally called?
The White Dwarf is in the magazine, or the White Dwarf is in like
No, not
the
the white
actual
dwarf down the
dwarf?
street, John. Obviously, the magazine.
Well, they had miniatures that like they had the White Dwarf miniature. Uh, what was the White Dwarf originally called?
Here's some thinking over there, John.
I'm not googling anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
John, sounds like you're googling some stuff.
I don't know this one. Let's see. Seven Dwarfs. No, that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, I don't know.
Should we?
Anyone in the fantasy journal?
Nope.
Can Izza win tips about how to look at the ground from you, Steven?
The original name of GW's White Dwarf was called an owl and a weasel.
An owl and a weasel.
Yes, that is the actual name. It actually released issues of it too.
Interesting. Okay, what's my second chance here?
All right, second chance here, John.
Okay, what was the prize I just missed out on? I kind of want to know that too.
That was for my bullet rain.
Oh yeah, I bet it was.
It was, man.
Totally.
Sorry.
It was totally for your bullet rain. Anyway.
Maybe this is a little bit easier one. Okay. What was GW's original product line? Like when they first started selling products, what were they intended to sell?
Oh my god. I just saw an article about this. Just the other day.
Chat, don't help him out. This is for CSGO skins.
Just the other day I saw this.
Look at him, man.
What? I can click around on my computer without looking up things, okay?
I don't know.
God, Stephen. No faith. No faith. No faith. It's their original product line. This is so before. I know it was before Citadel Miniatures. They did. What?
Do you give up?
No, I'm working through it in my brain. Okay, just okay.
In your noggin.
I feel like they did just fantasy, just regular fantasy miniatures and something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna go with that. That's probably wrong.
Believe it or not, Octane 31 from the chat got it right.
Oh, I wasn't looking at the chat.
Dungeons and Dragons company. Initially, they actually paired with Gary Gygax, and they thought that this product was going to take off and everything, and they were the exclusive European retailer for Dungeons and Dragons products.
Interesting.
As they sold it out of a flat. They actually lived in their truck at one point just to fund the store, GW. But then they opened up Citadel and started producing the 40K models.
Interesting. Oh, you mean fantasy first, because then Rogue Trader.
Yeah, excuse me, fantasy.
Made 40K stuff and did all this stuff for 40K.
But congratulations, Octane 31.
What does he win?
You're doing awesome, man.
What does he win?
Octane 31 wins 5 points and my favorite on the stream for today. So nobody can be mean to Octane or I will ban them.
You're not a moderator. So how could you possibly ban them?
Because it said so.
Because you said so. So you're just gonna think it and it'll happen.
Exactly. They're just banned.
Okay.
So that was Steven's Quiz Corner.
Sure. Okay. That was kind of boring. Anyway.
Whatever. Everybody, an owl and a weasel. Come on, that was one of the coolest things ever.
So what were the actual prizes I could have won? Because I know I wasn't gonna win your bullet rain.
I had a Sandstorm Tech 9.
Oh.
And I had a Quicksilver Auto Shotty.
I'm glad I didn't win. Those are bad prizes.
Octane, what do you play, man? What game system? What armies? Stuff like that?
This is a gift I got recently from Dave.
Please tell me you're a Warmer Hordes player.
Come on, camera. Come on, you can do it.
Mentally moderate? What's mentally moderate?
He doesn't want to. But
is that Alten Ashley? Did he get that as a present?
No. Look at the screen.
Oh man, who is that?
The bombshell bombardier.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, Dave got it for me because he's
Woo!
such a good guy. So anyway, I got this Alten Ashley going. Kind of just started with some base coats. Why won't my camera be fun and exciting? Just is it not on? Is it like not autofocusing or something silly?
Octane. What games do you play, man? Are you a Warmer Hordes fan? Please tell me you're a Warmer
Ah,
Hordes fan.
autofocus. Good
We can
victory.
hate on Izza and all these
Now,
crazy guys.
yeah, there we go. So got some base coats going on him.
As much as I love the Harlequins. Ah, it's so good. Harlequins make me want to play 40k.
Yeah.
The rulebook, however, does not.
So, do we want to start with some bat rep talk, or just after action reports, basically?
Plasma Painter, you need to get those Skaven, like, ASAP, brah. Have you seen the new models that have come out for Skaven? They're gorgeous.
Yeah, the Thankful and Bone Ripper, and the Stormfur Kings, or whatever they are, the big rats with lots of weapons.
I forgot what
the rat ogres that are in like Stormvermin armor with all different weapon options. That's what we're gonna go with.
And then all those Vermin Lords that you can make.
Yeah, the Vermin Lords, they're cool too. All right.
It's so exciting.
So I'm gonna talk about my 40k game with Andy from Monday.
Ew.
Yeah, you all you want, but it was fun. All right, we had fun. But that granted, that's because we're you know.
We dropping f-bombs already here.
Steven, don't make me put this call on hold because you can't handle people having a little fun.
Ew.
So.
Fun.
We played 1850. He played Grey Knights, and I played Blood Angels.
Oh.
So it was hot marine on marine action. So I took a Bale Strike Force.
Wait. You played Marines on Marines?
Yeah.
Whoa, nobody ever does that.
I know, right? Totally unique right here.
Nobody ever plays Space Marines.
Totally unique right here. Oh no, his gun fell off. Oh well, that'll make it easier to paint, I guess.
Wait. Before we start this bat rep, can we have one more piece of information on the miscellaneous things?
What's that?
Just one more.
What's that?
I outfragged John in a CS:GO game. It happened. It happened in a competitive. I outfragged him by 1.
So remind me, did we win that game?
Yes, we did.
Did we really?
We won. Not today's game where we tied for frags, but.
Oh, was it because we had some kid that was like carrying real hard? That wasn't either of us.
He had like a 35 bomb.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did outfrag John though.
Yeah, I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. It was pretty fun.
John even said like every round, like he would shoot his gun and he's like, I can't hit the broadside of a barn. Why am I playing this game? I suck.
Yeah.
I want to quit. I was sitting over like trying my hardest.
But we'll tell everyone also about the game the other day where I was like 30-10 and you were like you didn't get a kill until you had died like 18 times.
Is that the 3-22 game that I played?
I was going for the 5-25 game.
Oh man,
the 3-22 game, that one was pretty epically awesome as well.
I occasionally, guys, I do really well and I drop like a 25-10 bomb, and then more.
I don't think you've ever gotten 25 kills.
I have gotten 25 kills one time.
I don't think so.
But you again that time dropped like a 35 bomb.
Oh, so the kids were just really bad.
Yeah, this was when I was like silver 4.
No, okay.
You had just finished up when you were like making the account.
Oh, okay.
But no, John is still carrying me really, really, really hard.
Trying anyway.
We figured out though he cannot carry me and Dave at the same time.
Hey, we won today, didn't we?
We won one and we lost one.
Well, we lost when we had Paul.
No.
And we were just running around with shotguns.
That was the third game.
I thought we only played.
We played 3 games. We played 2.
Oh.
Just you, me, and Paul. We won the first one.
You mean
ironically, when you and that one kid carried really hard, and me and Dave like really sucked. And then the second game, when me and Dave I had 20, he had 15 frags. Like, all the kills are spread out. We lost that one.
Yeah.
Random. All right, John, get in your bat reps. You got my piece in.
So, my list was Corbulo and Mephiston. I wanted to try out the Mephiston, see how he was.
Is that a specific list that you like? Is there a reason you brought them both together?
Because I wanted to try out the psychic powers, and Corbulo's buff stacks with the Bale Strike Force buff.
Oh, I thought you were just doing some cheese and stuff and trying out some cheese.
No. Well, the Bale Strike Force is pretty good. It's not the White Dwarf detachment that lets you deep strike and assault immediately, but it's pretty fun all on its own.
Okay.
So I had those two, and then I had 2 7-man units of close combat scouts, veteran sergeant power weapon, and then 2 full assault squads with 2 meltas and a power fist in each of them.
Okay.
And then I had a drop pod with 8 Death Company with a fist and 2 axes, and bolters. And then Mephiston and Corbulo were in there with them. Oh, and then one of the scout sergeants also had the teleport homer or whatever.
The
thing.
Awful.
Awful in what way?
Like to play against.
Oh, maybe. Then I had 6 sanguinary guard. I had the banner, a fist, few axes, couple swords, and then Dante, Lord of War, because Dante is freaking amazing right now. And yeah, so Andy had Drago and a level 3 librarian, and then like 5 paladins, 2 dread knights, a storm raven, with a full purifier squad, and then another unit of terminators.
So who won the game?
I did in the end.
Interesting.
So
Plasma Painter, there's no way you're happy with the entire Kron's Codex. I'm not happy with the whole Kron's Codex. There's no way that Annihilation...
Stop interrupting me. Anyway.
Go 30 points!
Anyway. Basically, he starts with only his 2 Dread Knights on the field. And okay. I went first. So my scouts, they scout moved up. I infiltrated them 18 inches away. They scout moved up. The drop pod came in within 6 inches of the sergeant guy. So I had this front line there, and then my assault squads jumped forward along with the sanguinary guard and Dante. So I had and I kind of set up on one side, so I kind of just bricked at him basically. And then all he had on the board was the 2 Dread Knights to start. I was able to. I don't remember if I did any wounds to them in the first. I don't think I did any wounds to them in my first turn. So then his first turn comes and he gets to deep strike Drago and his paladins because of his warlord trait immediately.
Oh,
so they come in and he kills off a few dudes. Nothing major. They can't assault, obviously. His Red Knights kill a couple. But then both units of scouts charged. I had them just shoot the Dread Knights, and the Dread Knights with their 2-up saves took 2 wounds. One of them, and then they charged it, and the scouts just killed it.
Interesting.
So scouts killed a Dread Knight, so that was cool right away. And then Dante, the Sanguinary Guard, and one of my assault squads, what was left of my assault squad, I should say, they actually did take a decent amount of casualties from shooting because I couldn't roll saves. They charged Drago and his cronies, and Dante challenges Drago. He accepts, and I did 2 wounds to Drago, I think, and then I did a few wounds to his paladins and stuff, passed around with shooting and whatever. I do 2 wounds to Drago with Dante. Dante takes 2 wounds from Drago but saves them, so Dante's winning the challenge, and I clean up all the rest of his unit except for it's Drago and the Librarian are all that's left after the Sanguinary Guard go. But I lose most of my good stuff. I mean, I got some good psychic powers off, so that was good. I didn't get to use some of them. I got Quickening on my Assault Marine Sergeant and which ended up giving him 3 extra initiative and attacks, so 3 extra attacks with the power fist, but he didn't get to even swing. He died. They got chopped up, but it was all right.
John, what is JSJ?
Can Jink save something?
Jink save Jink?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what JSJ is. So then, like, I want to say his reserves fail to come in.
Okay.
So I get a whole nother turn to, I kill off his other Dread Knight, and Dante finishes off Drago. And then his Terminators, they mishapped when they deep struck in. And so I got to placed them over in this corner. Just they were just out of the game, basically. Because they didn't come into turn 3. And then his Storm Raven came in and dropped off the Purifiers, and their Cleansing Flames did some pretty good stuff, and all their shooting did some pretty good stuff. But then I got my Death Company I got to put Unleashed Rage and on them, and Quickening and Sanguine Sword on Mephiston. So he charged in with 9 or 10 Strength 9 attacks or Strength 10 attacks. So that was fun. So in the end, I killed everything he had, except he still had his Storm Raven, which was in hover mode, and Dante was just gonna go punch it into the ground, and then he had the Terminators that were way off in Oblivion, so he called it at that. I didn't have that much left either, but it was definitely enough to take out the Storm Raven and then either avoid the Terminators or probably just go kill them.
Good job, man. Look at you.
Yeah, it was good.
We got some Necron going on here in the chat.
Yeah, haven't seen the new codex, so I don't really...
I think the book overall is an upgrade. I will agree with that. From a Necron player, they shifted the power away from the mech vehicles into the troops. They want you to take more Necron warriors.
Well, dude, the whole army has a 4-up Feel No Pain that can't be taken away. If you instant death them, I think it's -1 to it, so they get a normal Feel No Pain.
It's just really the Resorb I don't like at all. I hate the Resorb change. That's dumb. I think they made destroyers overall a little weaker. In general. The court is now useless. In my opinion, there's no point. The walkers, the Triarch stalkers, kind of thing. That didn't get any better. I mean, it's okay. I think they took the Death Ray off of the Doom side.
I don't think
Doom
they
side?
did.
Can anybody confirm that in the chat? I'm pretty sure they took the Death Ray away, which was
I'm pretty sure they changed the way the Death Ray works. But I don't think they took it away.
Well, I think they changed it so now it's one shot AP1 kind of thing.
Right, so just way less stupid.
They got better, but they don't have their place right now.
Wow, what does that even mean?
Yeah, it's a 5+ normally. It's a 5+ Feel No Pain normally, but you can't take it away with instant death. The Satans, from what I've read myself and all the reviews online. Okay, it's a small blast now. And is it still AP1 strength 10, or is it? I thought it was AP3 strength 9 or strength 10. The Death Ray was fun because I liked the new characters with it. AP1 people that were oh, I have 2 up saves. Well, great, it's AP1.
How does that help against?
Strength 10 AP1. Okay, so it's just a small blast now. So I mean, it's still good there. I thought they changed it. I was mistaken. The Satans, though, from what I've read myself and what everybody else has said, they're still not worthy of being played.
I know, from what I heard, the Transcendent Satan is not worth taking anymore either, which is kind of nifty.
Which,
what I remember, they were broken.
Okay, so yes, Plasma says Satan are still unplayably bad. And I thought those were some of the coolest models. Like, I was really hoping in the new book, like, if you're going to move it to an infantry game, like, let me use the Satans. But man, are they terrible. I think that, what's that new thing, the Obelisk? Is that the new, better version of the Monolith?
I think so.
Oh, that's why the Transcending got made a monstrous creature instead of a Gargantuan. The Obelisk, though, looks really cool. I would love to play one. I always liked the Monolith idea. Even when Flyer Spam was going on, I substituted a Monolith in for one of my Doom sides. Because it offers you instant teleporting to an objective. It gives you 4 Tesla shots in different directions. It's AV-14, so it's really hard to kill. Like, it just had a bunch of good powers. Nothing that really stood out. And the Obelisk is a more powerful version of the Monolith, so I would play one. Is it the most powerful choice in the book? Probably not, but it's not the worst choice in the book. I think Monolith... Isn't the Monolith now... Did it lose its teleport? I was actually hoping... What's that spider centipede thing?
Tombstalker?
Tombstalker, thank you.
That's the centipede.
I was hoping that
Tomb spiders are the spider ones.
I was hoping that was going to be in the book, and it wasn't. I got really sad again.
They don't tend to put Forge World only stuff into the actual codex.
It definitely didn't lose the teleport. Okay, so it's still meh. That's the Obelisk, right? It has the 18-inch gravity pulse against flying vehicles. And it's like 300 points. I don't have my codex in front of me here, guys.
Oh, did you buy one of the Necron codexes?
I did.
Wow.
I'm a big Necron fan, man.
What, you got money for...
It's tax deductible in my job.
You got money for Necron codexes, but you don't got money to pay me? What the heck, man? This is crap, man.
It's tax deductible.
This is crap, man.
It's tax deductible.
Well, I'm glad you have a tax deduction. I'm glad you can itemize your tax deduction, Steven.
Overall, I do think the book. I like the book. I'm not like knocking it. I wish they would have left the Annihilation Barge.
I'm not knocking it. Incoming knocks.
Yes. I'm not knocking it overall as a whole, but I really miss the Annihilation Barge because that was like one of my favorite models, and it had great rules on it. And I think the Catacomb Command Barge as well, its variation, got a nerf as well. So, I mean, I'm not sure on the Catacomb Commands. I've not studied the book yet, but I know the Annihilation Barge is bad now. AV11. Ew. And 120 points. More ew.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Is it ew?
Ew.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Ew Town. Ouchtown population. Ew. But I give this book an 8 out of 10.
I'm sure the book is thrilled.
They are AV-13? I thought they lost their AV-13. Yeah, quantum shielding. You take a hull point and it auto goes away. Which, by the way, was stupid busted in 6th edition. You know how hard it was to do a hull point? Plasma Painter are you talking about the Catacomb Command Barge or the Annihilation Barge?
I don't know. I think I like when they shift the power away from things that are stupid, because it makes everyone feel like
I wasted my money.
No, it makes it makes people that had to play against it for so long feel like that thing finally got its just desserts. Which is a good feeling when you had to play against it.
It was 90 points. It didn't need to go. It needed to go up to 100, not 120. Oh my god, Doomsday arcs are so bad. I don't even. We don't even have to talk about that. We ain't got time for that. We could spend the whole show talking about the Doomsday arc and its badness.
All right. But let's go to my lists.
List tweaking.
List tweaking.
All right, guys. John has a tournament coming up this Saturday. Good luck, John.
Thank you.
We need to preface this a little bit. So last show, me and John actually told you guys the list. We finalized it and everything what he was going to take.
Yeah, and that was when I thought the tournament was the 7th of February, because that's when it was originally scheduled for, and then it got pushed back to the 21st, aka this coming Saturday. Thing. It is a good thing because Steven, if you will,
press released its errata like this week.
Yeah.
And Bradagus got nerfed. Dun dun dun! It's dead.
The official errata from Privateer Press states that Circle of Ouroboros things cannot be affected by Shifting Stone's teleportation more than one time per turn. And the Bradagus tier was allowed to bring 3 units of Shifting Stones.
Which they would teleport one stone, then teleport into that stone, and then teleport again, and it's over!
Yeah. It's triple teleport, like, it was like a 30-inch threat range for assassination. On top of Bradagus creating, like, a forest wall and the synergy and all that stuff.
It's dead.
So it had all this good stuff, like protection for itself, ways to make it good at hitting and doing damage, and it had a redonkulous assassination threat. So you had to play perfectly against it and have something, like some sort of list, like almost specifically designed to be able to deal with all of that at once. So you take out the assassination threat, the crazy assassination threat, and now it's much more manageable.
It is a lot more manageable now. I hear a lot of Circle people saying, "Well, why did you nerf this? Why didn't you just nerf Brad? I guess why did you nerf the Shifting Stones thing?" I could go back and forth on that, on why they did it, because I think some people really benefited from not in a broken way, benefited from the double teleport. I think some people, besides Brad, I guess, really abused it. So I see why they did it. It's not our call; it's their call. But I think I'm for it now. Now that I've had it set, set time to think about it, I think I'm for it. It's like 60-40. But what do you think, John? Was it too much? Too little?
I think it was. I didn't get to play against it as it was, and I haven't played against it as it is now, so I really have no say on it. I mean, I think in theory and on paper, a lot of people would say that the biggest problem with the whole Braddock thing was the forest wall, not the teleport assassination.
Because the forest wall prevents you from counterplay.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what you should be doing, is counterplaying people.
Yeah. So basically what are you
trying to get Dave on here?
I called him earlier and he said that he should, so he said he would. I love how Steven is like, Privateer Press makes a change and it is their choice, but when GW makes a change, it is because they suck and are dumb.
Well, when you make good changes and you think about it and you don't just go straight, like they could have just nerfed Bradagus and made him unplayable again. But instead, they went to the root of what people felt was the problem.
Which was not the root of the problem.
Oh,
Dave. The Circle player is here, too.
Double teleport is an essential thing. They could have just changed it just a little bit.
Alright, so let's talk about...
They could have changed the tier list. They could have easily changed the tier list and not allowed them to take that third...
Dave, calm down, man. Calm down, man.
You literally took all the way everything Bradagus is. The rest of the Circle faction.
Okay.
So tell me this, John. Tell me this, Dave. Okay. Because I'm on your side. I don't think the teleport was overly broken. Okay, I think a few models like Lord of the Feast really benefited from it.
Any model
But
that had its
How
own
did he
teleporter.
benefit from a double teleport? Like,
Because
you just
just
single teleport, he birds in. Doesn't matter.
yeah, but the bird's an 8-inch range, so you essentially could have
Bird's
a
a
24-inch.
10-inch range, so you'd have an 18-inch range.
You could essentially have a 28-inch.
Too easy. Too easy. If you were
I
double
agree. I think
teleporting
the
your
force wall
Lord of the Feast,
stinks.
you were wasting your double teleport.
I think I advocated for the force wall. I voted on that. I said I think the force wall is the one that needs to go. Because I can't charge you, I can't shoot you, I can't target you with spells.
Yeah, so that's something they could have nerfed. I mean, there's tons of way to change that tier list to not make it super stupid. Like, just make the watchers or the little stick guys not FAU. Just change them to like FA2 or 3 maybe. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, I mean, it sounds like we were in the same ballpark there, Dave. I mean, what did you use for double teleport?
Dave only had one unit of stone, so he never double teleported in any game that I ever saw him.
So what are you complaining about?
Well, taking away the possibility of it, I think,
is reckless. It's reckless.
I'm being serious, Dave. Like, okay, you don't have two units. What are you complaining about?
I do now.
What?
Now that he has a Bradicus.
Oh, you bought Radius.
I don't have nearly as many units that Badgus needs to make his tier list good. So
I'm sorry. I really apologize, but a 30-inch threat range is retarded.
Well, that's because of his tier list. Yeah, it is retarded.
No, it's retarded. Like, nobody should have a 30-inch. Like, how do you defend against that?
Well, if you took away that third set of stones, he no longer has that 30-inch threat range.
That's pretty much what they essentially did. That though, they made it useless to take.
No. What they did was say, oh, now you can only teleport once, which makes you have to keep everything like on the front line. And oh, I have one option. I can maybe get one thing where I want it, instead of being able to position your whole unit army in such a manner as, oh, I have threat on several different areas.
Would you agree that it sounds like they want Circle with the Bradigus tier list to be more of a brick behind the like they want the forests to be the center of the playstyle instead of the synergy assassination?
Well, they everybody. I mean, it was too broken. They had to do something. In their opinion, I think that was just the easiest way to take away that threat range. The forests, in my opinion, are still a problem.
I can wait you out now. Though, as a troll player, I literally did not have a list that could counter you, and now I can wait you out because I'm great at waiting. Trolls are great at waiting. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, sure, you can wait me out, but with his tier list, everything is already like 20 inches up the board.
You have the Retribution crit consume AOE that can take care of some of your stuff. Like, people are starting to discover ways now that they don't have the double teleport, at least in my meta, ways around the forests. Like, because they're not worried about the assassination threat anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what they did. It's the easiest way to take that away. But unfortunately, it hurts tons of other lists, like Ikaya. It hurts Chromac. I mean, it hurts anyone that wants to bring a lot of beasts and have that double teleport threat.
I mean, it hurt Bradigus a lot. A lot, because Boulder 2 bricks that better. If you're going to play a brick list, why not just play Boulder 2?
I agree, but what they wanted to keep was the synergy. I mean, his whole kind of thing is like he has the synergy and his feet, which allow him to.
Synergy's useless on him now, though. Synergy's for assassination.
Oh, hey Dave, look at the screen in a minute, and you'll see something.
How do you defend? Play 40k.
Play 40k. Yo, Dave, what's the point of synergy on a caster that doesn't have assassination?
So you're telling me that being able to have your walled, you put them together.
I did. Thank you.
I'm not gonna let you near me with your synergy now. Because I don't have to worry about your assassination. I can still move up the board and just not worry about it.
How do you move up the board and not let him near you?
Yeah, I mean,
it's
like,
very easy to
you
throw
have
a
to move
model at
in
him.
eventually.
Like, okay, here, take a Krillstone Warrior guy with your synergy.
Oh yeah, you think one? I mean, when you do even teleport, just your single teleport, your Wold Guardian in, and he's hitting at power plus strength 23. Like, your War Beast is dead. Sorry,
Give you
your
a
Maul
beast.
gone. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Anything will die to power strength 23.
Gone. Your whole unit. He just hits each like 4 out of your 5 warriors. Gone. Power plus strength 23. What are you talking about? Synergy's still viable. It's just he can't kill your caster turn 2, top of turn 2.
He can't kill my caster top of turn 4.
He could if you
Are you
let
kidding
him.
me? Like, single teleport with the feet.
I'm sorry.
Still
Against
you,
really good players who don't put their casters out in the middle of the
gives
board.
you a 13-inch threat range.
Exactly. You'll never
People
get to my
still
caster.
dying to the stalkers being teleported, double teleported in and whatnot.
You will kill like anything in your path, but you will not kill a caster anymore.
Well,
I don't. I think will not and should not are completely different.
only Siths talking absolutes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Players that actually don't put their casters in the middle of the board.
Steven, just always remember that the game hates you specifically.
It does hate me specifically. Let's not forget.
So, I just think it hurt. I just think it didn't do as much. I mean, there was tons of ways. Just change up his tier list. You know what I mean? But it would have required them to go more in depth and change something that they put out. Which whatever.
I mean, so what is it? What model in Circle is hurt now because of the new double teleport? I don't play Circle as much.
He already said Chromac.
Said everything.
Any War Beast.
I thought Chromac was a jump.
Well, no. Chromac has a jump, but double teleport plus jump.
Heavy. Kai plays War Beast heavy. Prime Kai plays War Beast. I mean, pretty much every army, every caster, technically, you want 2 sets of stones, either for the healing and the fury management and for the double teleport. I mean, every caster across Circle wants 2 sets.
But you guys weren't doing that already. In the highest tournaments, people weren't doing that.
I just watched Iron Gauntlet, and the two Circle players I saw both had used double teleport stalkers or whatnot, and the guild stuff and trade pieces.
Man, what Iron Gauntlet was this? I'd love to play in that one.
The one they just barely had.
Are you talking about the CanCon or whatever?
No, yeah. TempleCon, I think.
Wasn't
people use double teleport all the time, Steven.
Wasn't a Convergence player at the top of that, by the way?
I don't know. I remember seeing a video posted about, it was like TempleCon finals or whatever. And it was like Scorn and Minions or something. Or maybe that was the semifinals. It's not posted on Discount Games.
I don't think that the double teleport is... I don't think it was the right way to go, but I don't think it's that big of a nerf to Circle.
I don't think Dave would expect you to understand, Steven, because you know,
I guess.
Sorry, I play trolls. I don't have casters like Morvana.
Well, like case
E. Kruger.
So stones are FA2, right? For a reason, because they don't want you to give you too many sets of stones, right? Now there's not even really a point of bringing more than 1 set of stones.
Why not? Kill one of your sets of stuff.
Because you can't use them both. I mean, obviously, you might maybe for a backup, but now you're going to spend 2 points for the possibility of your stones getting, your first set of stones being broken. I mean, it's like it took away a tactical edge the whole army had.
I'm gonna bring about 2 sets of stones because I can teleport 2 different models.
But you can't because
why not? It says a model can only be affected by teleportation once per turn.
Yes, but 1 set of stone has the stone keepers, so it has that 8-inch command range. The other one only has a 4-inch command range. So yeah, you can teleport 2 different things. But if you have both of your sets of stones set up in such a manner, like now you're blocking all of your stuff. Like just the way it worked, now everything's set up differently.
I'm I'm sorry, I'm still listening, trying to find the TempoCon results. Looks like the top 4 in Iron Gauntlet, by the way, which is the 3-list really hard tournament, was Menoth, Minions, Scorn, and Scorn.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that Menoth player was the one that was the Severius caster, right?
I'm trying to find it right now. Because they haven't posted them on Discord yet. I don't think... I'm being honest, man. Like, I don't think that's as big of a nerf as...
I think I don't know if nerf or buff or whatever might be the best terms. I think it changes the way you have to think about playing Circle, like, completely.
Yeah, like it took away a tactical advantage that was like a staple for most Circle players.
I never complained about somebody's double teleport. Except Bradicus.
That's why I don't understand. Well, Bradicus technically wasn't... Like, the only reason his is broken is because he could bring that 3rd set of stones. So you use one stone to make the area of another set of stones that much bigger.
And then you teleport into that, and then they teleport.
And then you feet push all the way to the edge of that. Exactly. And so... no one ever complained about the double teleport. Why? Because it wasn't broken. It just provided that a great tactical edge that Circle players had for their War Beasts, moving stuff around the board. Unfortunately, they broke it when they allowed Bradicus to bring that 3rd set of stones.
I think one of the problems I have with Circle right now is you guys are falling into we only have 2 competitive casters. Morph 2 and E. Kruger. I was excited to get more Circle casters.
What are you talking about? James Morehouse, in the Australian tournament that he just won.
Brought Bradicus.
I mean, people played... Oh yeah, he brought Bradicus, and...
He only played Bradicus, by the way. he
won that tournament with Bradicus. But you want to know something, though, Steven? He had only played like 2 games or 3 games of Bradicus before he went into the tournament.
And then he guess what? He won with Bradicus!
On camera, that Bradicus was broken, and he wanted to try him in that tournament setting to see how he'd go against all of this top tier, tournament lists. And he wanted to see just how messed up it was. And he admits that he probably wouldn't play it again while it being broken. Okay? So yes, we know Bradicus is broken, but that's why he brought Bradicus. He also brought, I think, Ikaya. Didn't he?
He brought... I'll pull up the list here.
If he didn't bring Ikaya to that, I'm pretty sure he brought it to the Stars and Stripes one, John.
WCG?
WCG.
Here we go. Circle of Wars. He brought Morvana 2 and Kruger 2 with Bradicus. That's what I said. That was in the Iron Gauntlet, by the way.
He's played E. Kruger forever, because he's in a Masters.
Here's the Masters. He brought Bradicus and Kruger 2. Here's the Australian one you're talking about. He brought Bradicus and Kruger 2 and Kaya 2. So instead of the Morph 2, he brought Kaya 2.
Yeah, I mean, he plays different stuff.
He's played the same 2 casters 3 tournaments in a row.
He's brought Kruger to every tournament he goes to because he loves that caster. It's his favorite caster. He's played him ever since he first came out. He's just a great player with it. So
dude,
yeah, he's a great caster.
All right.
That's like you playing Scorn and never bringing Malak Karn. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're pretty much always going to bring Malak Karn. Why? Because he's such an amazing War Beast.
For the record, I went to this recent tournament and I did not bring Mulg. I left Mulg at home.
You bought me Mountain.
The troll players and their Meat Mountain. It's the same thing as a E. Kruger, dude.
But I didn't bring Mulg.
You don't bring a Meat Mountain to your freaking...
Doesn't matter. It's the Meat Mountain isn't necessarily mold driven. It's champions and warders, right? Like
in my second list where I took 3rd place, I brought E. Madrick. Never even played that caster before. All I know is Dave must be right. And Steven must be wrong. I'm sorry, man. I want to see some... There are some casters right now that are getting pushed up into the top and cutting off the others right now.
John, what's the name of that? The best, like one of the best Circle players in the world is American.
serious? Which one would you like to know?
I don't know. Name out some of the best American players.
Okay, well, none of them were on the USA team, by the way.
No one played Circle on the USA team?
Nobody.
Neither Stars or Stripes?
Neither Stars nor Stripes.
Anyway, back to naming people.
Oh, wait, no. Will Pagnani.
Will Pagnani.
Yeah, him. He took Chromac in one of his tournaments lately.
He brought Kruger, too, though.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, he's just such a good caster. He brought Chromac to a tournament a while ago.
But you have to see and how many times he actually plays Chromac. Did he drop Kruger 2 every game and just basically needed a second list? If that's the point, then you can't say, like, oh, look, he's bringing
play
Chromac.
Kruger 2 every game.
You don't bring 2 lists just because you need to have a second list.
Adam Stewart does.
Great. Did he win?
What does he play?
He's won 3 tournaments in a row. All right. He only plays E. Haley. Literally said to me,
okay.
His statement, okay? I have this on record. He said when E. Haley came out that he did not need a second caster to go to. This was last year when E. Haley came out, or a year and a half ago, and said to me, he said, I didn't even need a second list. I literally showed up with E. Haley Stormwall and just.
Okay, but I didn't need a second list is different than if I didn't have to bring a second list, I wouldn't.
Hang on, let's go to WTC.
Aren't you required to play your different lists during the tournaments? Like, don't you eventually have to play through them all?
Depends on the tournament. If it's
divide and conquer.
If it's divide and conquer, then you have to. If it's any others, you don't necessarily have to.
Okay, round 1. He was on Team Stars. Will Pagnani dropped right there. He dropped Chromac into Irusk. Irusk won. And won. In round 2, he dropped. Let's just see. We'll take this game in particular to prove Dave's point. This caster.
Steven, quick question: did you see the Gauze special rule for Crons? Auto wound on 6 and auto glance on 6.
Yes, I thought it was the same.
No, it wasn't auto wound on 6.
I don't know that the auto wound is that amazing though, just because it's strength 4, so most monsters creatures is gonna hit. It's in a wound on a 6 anyways, right?
I think if you're toughness 10,
beat him.
You can't do anything to it. Huh. Maybe.
But I mean, even like the Wraith Knight is only toughness 8.
Right. You're talking like Forge World, the Forge World. What's it called? Great Unclean One, I think, or like whatever, Plague Lord. Or
all right,
whatever.
so Dave, to prove my point, there were 6 rounds per team in the WTC. He dropped Kruger 2 in 5 out of 6. 5 of them out of 6.
Yeah, but okay, that's like saying you have,
that's the way the matchups work out. Of course, you're going to drop Kruger 2 in those.
I mean, his Chromac list is probably only good against cracking armor. Like, oh, you have a Colossal.
If you face 5 Crix people, wouldn't you drop P. Grim 5 times?
Exactly.
Instead of your other list?
P. Madrick in there.
Okay, would you take P. Grim and E. Madrick?
P. Madrick and P. Grim? And together and paired up?
Yeah.
I don't know. I starting to like my P. Madrick list now. I'm discovering some unhidden power. Ask me that question in like 3 weeks.
So you can't answer.
So Dave, you think that there are a ton of casters that are competitive right now?
In Circle?
In Circle.
Yeah.
Name the top, what you consider that would do well or place in top table at a Circle.
I'm gonna tell you that obviously there's the ones that you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I mean obviously Epic Morvana, Kruger, E. Kruger. I would take Prime Kruger against some Scorn lists, and Geomance. I would probably bring E. Boulder. I think he could be competitive against like Meat Mountain.
Oh man.
I would bring E. Kaya to a lot of lists just to.
I would bring. I will give you E. Kaya as a tournament caster.
The aspect of being able to like alpha strike your opponent if he's,
twice.
Everyone's expecting Morvana or Kruger. I mean, I would Ikaya.
I bring Ikaya. I'm not doubting Ikaya's power.
Depending on what tournament I was going to, and if I knew kind of the meta in the area, I would bring Moshar. If I knew it was going to be like beast heavy, hordes heavy, you know what I mean, like Scorn players, like the meta is down in or up in Ogden or something like that, I'd bring Moshar because he shuts down a lot of hordes casters.
Beautiful.
What do you
beautiful
paint, John?
job, John. I would only bring those 3 guys. E, Kruger, and Ikaya. Because they cover all your bases. And their feats are amazing. E Morvana can shut down any catcher with Purification. Right there. E Kruger is just a baller on assassinations. And Ikaya, you can double Alpha Strike your beasts. Like, there's my Iron Gauntlet pairing, and I'd still probably bring E Kruger, E Morvana into a Masters.
I don't know what you're fishing for, Steven. The same can be said about casters in every faction. So.
And in Signar and Crix, I agree. Not in Trolls. I think Trolls actually have a lot of casters that go outside the box.
Okay,
so they're the exception that proves the rule?
Lists
I think Scorn has a ton of casters. I think, let's see.
Kador, to be fair, has a reasonable amount of factions.
Has an amazing amount of...
Yeah, the only ones you don't see pretty much are Old Wish and Zerkova. Everything else, and maybe Harkovich, and I guess Strakov. Everything else sees a bit of play.
Faction to prove the rule, it's Kador.
Okay, well, anyway, let's move on from that. Let's segue. This is a perfect segue right into what I started talking about before you went off on this gigantic tangent.
Oh, the list.
Yeah.
So, John, if you want to go ahead and tell me and Dave your list out loud here on stream.
Okay. So I had written these 2 lists for the Masters tournament. Dave, are you still coming to this?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Yeah, Dave's coming too.
Oh,
Dave's playing Circle.
Yeah,
right, Dave,
actually, and a Baldur too.
He's bringing a Baldur 2 list.
You have to bring Morshar, or whatever her name is.
Morshar? Anyway.
You have to bring Morshar and Baldur 2.
He's not going to bring Morshar. The meta down here is not the same as the meta in Ogden. Okay, so the original list I wrote up, and this was... We talked about the whole Bradigus, and this was in the era of... I wrote these lists in the era of Bradigus, when he was still a threat, and things like that. So, see, I have Epic Arusk with Silas and Behemoth, 2 Ironfang Kovniks, 2 Manhunters, Yuri the Axe, Gobber Tinker, 2 units, or a full unit of Ironfang Pikemen with Black Dragon UA, a full unit of Ironfang Pikemen with a regular UA, a unit of Chaosi Eliminators, and the Great Bears of Gallows Wood, and then my objective is the Bunker. And then the second list is Horse Vlad with a War Dog and Beast 09, Fenris, Kovnik Markov, a Manowar Dracoon with no dismount, full unit of Ironfang Pikemen with Black Dragon UA, a full unit of Ironfang Ulans, and a full unit of Greylord Outriders. So now...
The first thing that jumps to my brain for tweaking
is
that you need an Iris.
Well, what I'm thinking or looking at doing is taking... at this point, I can remove things like Double Manhunter Yuri, and probably even the Gobber Tinkers if I need to. That frees up 8 points to do other stuff with. And things that I would like to be able to put into this list is definitely like troubleshooters like a P Iris, or
and your Vlad 2. Do you have any wiggle room in your Vlad 2?
Not really, because I mean that's basically all. I mean the only thing I could do is just remove the Ironfang Pikemen entirely, but I don't know that there's much point in doing that.
Because it'd be nice to get Iris Angel of Retribution into that list right there.
Nah,
assassination list.
Nah, it's not needed. It's not needed.
All right, so if you free up the 8, if you get rid of the double Yuri,
Manhunters, the double Manhunter Yuri, yeah. Things I'd like to add is a second. If I could add a second fire for effect target and then change my objective to the.
What's the reanimation protocol, right?
Yes. All right, John. I think Ion on hold is always a good choice. Can you take Ion on hold?
Yes.
P Iris, Great choice.
That's 7 points right there. That's it.
If you drop the Gobber Tinkerer.
Yeah, I don't have any other thing for 1 point.
Or 2 points. I was going to say 2 points.
It's not 2 points. It's 1 point. That's why I said that's the 7 points right there. So I could have 8 points instead. Well, Iona holds 4, and then Iris is 3. So if I drop the Gobber Tinker, then I'm shy a point. And there's no way I'm going to get a point unless I take Reinhold. But there's no point in taking Reinhold.
No. Reinhold's 1 point. Yeah, huh.
Anyway, if I could, actually say what I wanted to say before I get interrupted like 17 times again.
Uh-huh.
I'd love to add another fire for effect target and change the objective to the Arcane Wonder, because then I can hot swap fire for effect and actually make use of that Arcane Wonder and cast it for 2 instead of 3, which is real way more. So basically, it would turn my thing into having a Rust camped by an objective. If I don't get an objective, it's a little less efficient, but still good. Yeah. Basically, it means either I bring if I... Yeah, I mean, it just means I either bring a mortar, a 3-point mortar, or I bring, or go, super ham and bring Valachev attached to Hearn and John. That one's always funny. But people tend to take out John as much as possible. Or Hearn.
I have played a lot of objective games lately.
Mm-hmm.
And the objectives to me feel gimmicky. I don't get to use my objective a lot of the time. And it's not from lack of trying. I think about it, I remember it. It's just either my opponent puts things in a way where it's not optimal for me to be there, or they destroy it too soon. Because they're auto hitting. By turn 3, people are up in your face.
It really depends on the scenario. I mean,
it does. A lot of it.
If it's a scenario like a destruction or, I think it's not 2 fronts. It's the one. It's basically like old process of elimination, but they're kind of offset, and there's no linked objective. Obviously, I can't remember the name of it, but that one they can get to yours pretty quickly. If it's the one with the horizontal zones and the objectives kind of further back, you can actually use it. So it's very scenario based, but then the objectives are always scenario based just because it's what they are. All right. So I mean, if you're going off the assumption that you're not going to get to use your objective and your opponent's just going to kill it, then the best ones to go for are ones that do damage to things that hit them. Or set things on fire that hit them, aka Fuel or Arcane Wonder.
I like Bunker a lot. I think
Bunker the only benefit Bunker has as far as an objective goes is that it makes it a lot harder to kill your objective from range. You actually have to commit to it.
I like the one Armory. You can't be knocked down when base to base with it. I think that's a really good objective.
I feel like that's a stockpile.
Could be stockpile.
I thought stockpile was charge for free.
No, that's fuel.
Fuel cache. I'm still a big fan of P-Iris in any Kador list. I think P-Iris has...
I think P-Iris and Ion and Holt definitely adds a lot of utility. There's the threat of P-Iris, and then there's the utility of Ion and Holt, because, for instance, when I played against Thomas, Menoth, he had Paladins and Dart and Vilmon, so my only magic weapons in the entire list was Urusk and Silas. So I couldn't deal with his Paladins as long as he was just Impervious Wall. So if I need magic weapons to deal with things, I don't have that. And
she's also a Disruptor Bolt?
Well, I'm talking about Iona and Holt. Because Iona gives the magic weapons to a unit.
She also does the debuff, right?
She does. Man. She has the debuff
which
thing.
Is so good.
Which is very good. The kiss.
She makes those double Iron Fang pikemen hit like trucks carrying trucks with more trucks.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's almost overkill in most cases because of Battle Lust. An additional die is 4 dice charging. It's like their Weapon Masters at Powerful Strength 13. It's like their Doom Reavers.
But you will kill a Colossal with 3 of your double.
Well,
double,
yeah. Well, no, I could kill a Colossal probably if I mean, I have Behemoth. He can kill a Colossal. Great Bear, Behemoth and Great Bears together should kill any Colossal. And then if I come up against double Colossal, having like the Iron Fangs go after the other one will certainly, especially with Battle Lusts, be able to at least do a lot of damage. And since the Black Dragons have Precision Strike, I can kind of take out certain things or try to.
The only double Colossal I think you'll ever see is the double Judies.
Or Storm Walls.
Oh yeah. I've never seen
You've never seen a double Stormwall E-Hated list.
No.
Cheered for fun.
That's the only double Colossal you might see, but you might see single Colossals, single Cato Conquests.
All the time. Yeah.
I plan on bringing one. I think we also I think you should also take into account as well Holt in that part of the guy.
The shooting.
Two range 12 shots is like a solo hunter.
Well, the whole point of the Chaos Eliminators is to be the solo hunters. And the Manhunters do that very well, or did that very well before I took them out, and so did Yuri. So I have a good amount of solo hunting. Like, the Chaos Eliminators are good at it because they're speed 7, and they can move through other models, so I can just get to the solo. They ignore free strikes. They have gang, so they're effectively, if I send them both to one solo, then they're like Mat 9, and powerful strength 11, or they can combo strike to be 15 if really necessary, if it's like some high armor solo. They're really good at hunting solos because of that.
Oh, I agree. That's the way I would go with it. Your call.
I think taking out replacing the two Manhunters in Yuri with Iris and Ion Hulk gives me a lot more toolboxiness. I don't know that I wish there was ways I could change the Vladis. Like, the only thing I could really do to change the Vladis is effectively downgrade Beast into a less expensive Jack to free up some points there. That's the only thing I could do. So what are your lists, Dave? What are you bringing?
Oh, I don't have them on me.
You don't have them on you?
One is pretty
I know you said
Morvana, like the standard Morvana with a Stalker.
Okay.
Well, jeez, I don't know. I might have to rework it since I have 2 sets of stones.
Well, yeah, because that.
She won't need them for Fury management healing, really.
Yeah.
But, I guess she could use them for the healer stuff.
But at the same time, is there a better 2 points?
I don't know.
That you're
throw another Black Lad.
Right, but what I'm saying is it going to be a better 2 points or just a different 2 points?
Yeah, so I don't know. That's why I'd have to actually look at it. But Stalker, I think double Stalker. Skinwalkers.
Wait, which casters? You're bringing Boulder and Morshow, right?
No, I'm bringing Boulder and E. Morvana.
Yeah, you are.
Because I've never played either of them before, so it's gonna be interesting.
Real quick before I get out of here, Dave, some advice for you. Morvana loves infantry. You should bring Lord of the Feast. You should bring as many infantries, like multi-wound, medium-based infantry as you can, like Tharn Ravagers and stuff like that. So very minimal war beasts, like maybe 1 Stalker with her, like tons of infantry. Because you could bring them all back, and if you leave 1 model at the edge of the table, you could bring it, you can bring them all back as long as you have 1 model left in the unit.
I was thinking about doing this little thing where you have Reeves and then Warwolves, and so you just play or whatever, and eventually they die, and then you bring them back, and you put the Reeves like closer to their caster, so you can like get a shot off, like combined ranged attack.
Oh, you're talking about the Gallows Groves.
Oh yeah, I have 2 of those I'm bringing as well. But then the Reeves shoot, and then your Warwolves that you bring back as well, if you bring them back with a decent charge lane or whatever, they get to automatically do an out-of-activation charge. And so you shoot their caster, you bring back all those models like closer to caster, you shoot her, and then they get out-of-activation charge with boosted attack and damage rolls.
Yeah, do that. I gotta go though, guys. I love you guys.
Have a good, man.
All right, man.
Talk to you later, Dave. We'll talk more about it.
Yep, no worries.
Will you though?
Cardo, what are you painted up some Celts for? You playing Saga?
Whew. Well, I was pretty happy that I did this guy in like 45 minutes. That's pretty good. I like
What is
him.
he?
Alten Ashley.
Oh.
He's a minion,
Yeah.
Merc minion solo or whatever. He's got benefits against like War Beasts or whatever because he's like Monster Hunter or something. That's his little title.
Is he as good as Victor Pendrake?
Uh,
Or does he do something different?
he's
What's he like mercenaries wise?
he's a minion.
John, didn't you tell him?
I didn't tell them.
No.
The reason Dave is here is because he's leaving us. I didn't want to hurt poor little Izza's heart, but
It's a shame.
yeah. He's moving on to greener pastures, everyone.
Yep. Glory days. The glory days.
Glory days. Ding, 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 ding. Bow, bow, ding, ding. That's little boss for you guys. little Bruce. Anyway. Yeah, so he's got like a range 14 gun. I think he gets additional die against War Beasts when he's doing like his attacking damage, I want to say. He's got Swift Hunter. Actually, it's not an additional die. I think it is either when he damages or when he hits a War Beast, they take d6 points of damage in addition to the damage roll. I think that's a maybe. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, he's Advanced Deploy, Pathfinder Camouflage. So yeah, when he attacks War Beast, he does an additional d6 damage to the branch of my choice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
minions though. Like there's a few like minions casters I would love.
Well,
to take
he works for
stuff.
Circle and Trollbloods, and then he also works for Signar, Khador, and the Protectorate.
Oh, so some of the minions work for both?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like Pendrake will work for Signar. He might work for the Protectorate too. I don't know. Saxon Orc is a minion. He works for Khador and other places.
I don't know if any of you guys out there are like shooting games, like first-person shooter games, but me and John have been playing a lot of CS:GO lately. So, if any of you guys play CS:GO?
Yeah. Anyone here play CS:GO?
Because
we want more friends.
Lately. Yeah.
Another
great game to look into is Darkest Dungeon. John's been making fun of me because I'm.
So here, let's Dave. Before you go on with your Darkest Dungeon, whatever talk, I assume I'm playing Thomas tomorrow because he hasn't told me that we are.
Oh, nice.
So I'm bringing the this random list.
Wait, 40k?
No.
War Machine Hordes.
War Machine Hordes, yeah.
Play Trolls, dude. Really throw them off.
No. I already played Trolls against them, but the list I brought home is a Khador list. I just need to pull the cards out here because I can't remember it specifically. I don't remember that the game hates me specifically. Okay. So it's just a P social list. But it's like all the shooting. Might not be the best thing, but anyway, we got P Sorsha with Beast 09. Then we've got Widowmakers and a Widowmaker Marksman. And then I think it's a full unit of the Grey Lord Outriders. So horsey sprays.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that, we've got Harlan Versh, Iona and Holt, Saxon Aura, Kel Bylock, Hernan John, and P. Iris.
Holy crap!
So, should be interesting. Yeah.
Hernan
John.
they're not Jack Marshalls, are they?
Hernan John are not Jack Marshalls. I don't think
that's
anything.
the Gobber person and the big hulking ogre.
Gobber person and the big ogre.
Hernan John or whatever.
Well, it's an ogre and Rulik dwarf guy.
Oh, that's right. Rulik.
Yeah. Their thing is they have like the scatter shot. So you basically just make a normal attack with the barrage arquebus, which is range 12, AoE 3, POW 14, and then after determining the point of impact for that attack, you roll deviation for 2 additional 3-inch AoE centered on that point. So he throws out 3 blasts. He's fun to put with Valachev and Epic Arrest because because Valachev's with them, he makes them friendly faction, so you get to boost attack and damage roll on a scatter shot, and it boosts all the damage rolls for all 3 of the templates. So you can do some serious damage.
Yeah, you clear some infantry with that.
Yeah.
They're 4 points, right?
They're 3 points.
Really?
For Hernan John. Valachev would make it 5, so it's kind of a lot of points. 4 points for Iona and Holt.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah,
Is he bringing his just a?
I assume he's going to play his 35-point men off list again.
Did you get all the lists? Did you put out the?
I don't have all the lists yet. I still need his, and I still need. Let's see. I still need Paul's. Drew put it on my desk. I got his. I don't think you ever answered my question. The Steelhead Rifleman that you're putting into your list, that's 10 points for the full year?
No, yeah, I said. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just that. Oh, and the Reinhold. I'm borrowing your model.
Oh, okay, Reinhold. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. I got Roberto's and mine. Obviously, I have my own. Yours and Mason's and True's. And then, so I still need Steve's, Paul's, Thomas's, Ike's. He's in New Orleans or whatever. And who's the last person? I always forget. How do I always forget this?
Roberto?
No, I said I have his. I have his, mine, yours, Drew's, and Mason's. Thomas, Steve, Paul, Ike. There was 12 before Andy and effectively Mike Dunn dropped out. So J-Ro. J-Ro gave me his, so I have 6 out of 10. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not nice. That's only 60%. You're flunking. You're flunking, League.
Yeah.
You're flunking.
Yeah. It's flunking pretty hard. So there's that. But effectively, I can get Thomas's tomorrow when I go there. Yeah, and I mean, it could very well be that he told me. Yeah, it could very well be that he told me that he was going to play the one that he played against me last week when. Not like the time after you were there when I played kind of a derivative of my arrest list against him. That could be his 35-point list. And he may have said, this is my 35-point list, and I just never did anything about that. And then, yeah, Paul I could probably, text and he'd email it to me, because he can just order it from his phone. He may have already done that. I haven't actually checked. Yeah, so...
Just don't tag me in any Facebook crap.
I'll tag you in all the Facebook stuff that I want to, Dave. Yeah. So, anyone, or you were saying you wanted to play something sometime, I don't remember what it. Hey, Thomas sent me his list from War Room, so I have Thomas's officially.
Perfect.
Ooh, he's got the Avatar.
Oh.
Krios a Revenger, Avatar of Menoth.
Say it again. Hold on. What?
Krios and a Revenger, Avatar of Menoth.
Krios, a Revenger.
Yeah.
Avatar.
Errant Seneschal, Darton Vilmon, Nisia, Paladin of the Order of the Wall, a Vassal Mechanic. Interesting. I guess he probably had 1 point.
Yep.
Min unit of Incinerators, Min unit of Errants, and the Errant Officer and Standard.
Huh.
Avatar of Menoth. Nice. Good stuff, Thomas. I like it.
Yeah.
Word. Sorry, you were saying that you wanted to play at some point? I remember.
Oh, I was just saying War Machine and Hordes.
Yeah. I thought you said something about
one.
Friday or something. Is that what you said?
That's what I was talking about.
Okay, so Friday we'll play. We'll do a
Unless
mock
I'm
game.
terribly behind on these Australians.
Well, don't make it so you can play with me, Dave.
Well, I don't know. Are you gonna interrupt me with some CS:GO every day?
No, not every day. I mean, by interrupt, do you mean like after I get home from work? Even if that's at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
12:30.
Okay, well today was different. Okay. But no, I can leave you alone so we can play on Friday, Dave. Okay, and we can play at night when you don't have work that you're doing and you're done with dinner and you've hung out with your wife enough and you have free time and your brother's not there visiting for the week or whatever. So anyway, sounds like a plan. We gotta play some 40K too at some point.
Oh, no.
I think
we need to play some fantasy.
Fantasy. We need to do both.
That's true.
I mean, I think Izzo would really love it if we bat rep some 40K at some point.
Probably. He'd probably love it if I played an internet list too.
Yeah, if you net listed, that would be something that he thoroughly enjoyed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So maybe after the what's it called thing, after the tournament.
Yeah.
Set
a date.
So
Date.
Yeah, we'll set a date for you to come down and when you're gonna come down and be all visit in the studio, we'll play 40K and do a bat rep. You can bring your Dark Eldar.
John said he's working on it. He said he's on your jet bikes.
I am on the jet bikes.
Your
finally.
project's pretty huge, is pretty
yeah.
huge.
I mean, unfortunately, I think you've caught me in like late stage burnout. I'm almost over it, but I have been working on it. When I have the motivation, I don't want to work on it when I'm like blah and have it be terrible. So it's for your own good? Question mark. Aside from the length of time that it's taking. But
yeah, well, I better take off.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end it here.
It was good to see everybody.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks everyone for showing up. It was good to see everyone. Sorry, Steven bailed on us again. He's so bailamus.
He has to go to his game.
But yeah, I don't. No, he's got to go to his game store and be a mouth breathing neckbeard. So yeah. Appreciate everyone showing up, and we will catch you on the next one.